In this session, we are going to discuss HTML and you can see why this HTML and where this HTML is required. Here we are going to cover these topics. First we will be looking at introduction to HTML, then HTML tags and elements, HTML tables, list, frames and then HTML graphic tags. Let us have a look on introduction to HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the standard markup language used to create web pages and developed by Tim Berners-Lee in the year of 1991. This is not exactly a programming language, but it is a markup language. Then what is meant by a programming language? Programming language comprises a set of instructions that perform specific tasks or produce various kinds of output. For example, C, C++, Java, etc. And the markup language contains set of tags for creating a web page. HTML, SGML and XML are some of the examples of a markup language. And the term hypertext means it uses hyperlinks for jumping from one document to another document. That means we can move from a web page to another web page by using these hyperlinks. I think all of you are familiar about the web pages. So web pages are used to share information on internet, and it can be classified into two types. One is static web pages and another one is dynamic web pages. The web pages which are remaining same unless their code is changed by the web page developer is known as static web page. That means each page is coded in HTML and displays the same information to every visitor of the web page. And this static site can be built by simply creating a few HTML pages and publishing them to a web server. The dynamic web pages display different content each time when it is viewed. And these dynamic web pages are executed using a server-side application program that is installed on a web server. That program code that runs on a server side is known as server-side programming. So we are using PHP, JSP, ASP for creating dynamic websites. Our social media sites like Facebook, Twitter are the examples of dynamic web pages. The software requirements for implementing a web page using HTML. Actually, there is no explicit software required for implementing this HTML. Only you need a text editor and a web browser. Text editor is a type of computer program that edits a plain text. Different types of text editors are used in different operating systems. For example, Notepad, Emacs, gedit. Web browsers are the software application for accessing information on the internet. Google Chrome, Safari, Firefox, Opera and Internet Explorer are some of the examples of web browsers. What are the processes needed to create a web page? First, we have to write the HTML code in a text editor and save this HTML file with the extension of .htm or .html. Then open this HTML file in a web browser. Every files in our system will have an extension. For example, document files have an extension of .doc or .docx. Similarly, in C program, we are using an extension of .c, and in Java program, .java is an extension, and in CPP programs, we use .cpp as an extension, and in Python programs, we use py as an extension. Similarly, in HTML codes, we use .html or .htm as an extension. HTML program has two parts: formatting tags and document content. Formatting tags are the HTML code which control the appearance of a document or a text, and document content is what we see on the web page. So let us move on to next topic, HTML tags. HTML tag is a code element that will tell the browser what to do with the text. And tag is represented in between a less than symbol and a greater than symbol, and it will have an opening tag and a closing tag. We use a backslash in a closing tag. Every text in our HTML code are implemented using this kind of tags. Tags can be classified into two types, container tag and empty tag. Tags that requires both the opening tag and closing tag are known as container tag, for example HTML, and the tag that doesn't require closing tag is called as empty tag, for example line breaking tag. Now we can see the structure of a HTML program. So this is the simple example of HTML program for demonstrating the structure. There are four types of structure tags. One is HTML tag, then header, title, and then body tag. HTML, it is the beginning of an HTML document. The whole program bounded within the HTML opening tag and the HTML closing tag, and it is used to identify the page is a web page. Next tag is head tag, which contains information about the document, and the title tag contains the title of the web page, and this title will be visible on the title bar of our web page, and this title tag is placed inside the head opening tag and closing tag. And the next is body tag. The actual content of the web page will be placed inside the body tag. This section starts with a opening body and ends with a closing body. One thing you have to remember is that HTML is a case insensitive language, which means we can use tags either in lowercase letters or in uppercase letters. If we want to change the background color of this window, then we can use an attribute BG color. BG color stands for background color. Here the syntax is body BG color equal to the color. Here I am giving the color as red. If you want to add a specific color to the text present in a window, then you can add this attribute text. The syntax is body text equal to the color. Here I am giving a color as yellow. If you want to add a background image to your browser window, then you can write body background equal to your picture name .jpg or jpeg or png. Here jpeg, jpg or png are the extension of your picture file. So your output will be looking like this. Formatting tags. For starting a new paragraph, we are using p tag. A paragraph can be created by enclosing text within a opening paragraph tag and a closing paragraph tag. Then br tag. It is called as a line breaking tag. And the purpose of this tag is to wrap the text into a new line. And this tag is an empty tag, which means it has no closing tag. In this example, I separated a paragraph into two by using line breaking tag. Next is comments in HTML. HTML comments are placed within these kind of tags. The only difference is here I am using an exclamatory mark inside a less than symbol and a greater than symbol. So any content placed within these type of tags will be treated as comment and it will be completely ignored by the browser. In this example, this is my first web page is a comment and it is not displayed on web page. Next is marquee tag. Marquee tag displays a piece of text or image scrolling horizontally or vertically in the web page. So we can give some of the attributes like height, width, direction and scroll delay. Height set the height of marquee in pixels or percentage of browser window's height. Similarly, width specifies the width of marquee in pixels or in percentage of browser window's width. And direction specifies the direction in which marquee should scroll. This can have a value like up, down, left or right. Scroll delay specifies time delay between each jump. This will have value in milliseconds like 100, 150, 200, etc. Next is anchor tag. In an HTML document, we can create hyperlinks to other documents or images with the help of anchor tag. Anchor tag is denoted by the letter A and the attribute href specifies hyperreference. Let us see an example. For opening a link in a new window, we can write a hyperreference equal to our web page address, then write the text, then closing tag. We know that anchor tag is a container tag, that is why we are using the closing tag. Here the text click me will be displayed in your first web page, and when we click on this click me text, then we can go to a next web page, sample.html. Next tag is HTML heading tag. HTML heading tag is used to give heading for a HTML document. HTML uses 6 levels of headings starting from H1 to H6. H1 is the largest and the most important heading, and H6 is the smallest and the least important heading. Here is an example of heading tag. I am giving heading 1 as H1, so this is the big font comparatively than others. Some other formatting tags are there like bold, italic, superscript, subscript, etc. Next is text formatting tag. First, bold tag, which is used to make the text as bold. Then italicized tag, which is used to make the text as italics. Then underlined tag, which is used to make the text as underlined. And subscripted tag is defines the subscripted text. Similarly, superscripted tag is defines the superscripted text. For enlarging a text, we can use big tag. Similarly, for reducing the size of text, we can use the tag small. For striking out the text, we can use the strike tag. Here is a simple example of HTML formatting tags. The title of the program is SDE, and only 4 formatting tags are here. These are H3 tag, underlined tag, paragraph tag, and line breaking tag. Moving on the next topic, table tag. Tables arrange the contents in the form of rows and columns, and these are defined with the table tag, and these tables are divided into table rows with the help of tr tag. Tr means table row. A table row can be divided into table headings with the help of the tag th tag, that means table heading. And these table rows are also divided into table data with the help of td tag. So td means table data. We can see a small example of a table tag. In this example, we are creating a table with 6 rows and 3 columns. For that, first create a table using the tag table. And for creating 6 rows, we require 6 pairs of table rows tag, that is tr. And our first table row shows the headings of columns. So we are using the header tag th for creating each headings of columns. Here first pair of th tag contains number, next pair contains name of course and number of years. Then close this row using tr closing tag. Then create next row again using tr tag. Then write data on each field using pair of td tag. Td stands for table data. And after completing this row, again use tr closing tag. Similarly, you can create remaining rows. If you want to draw the outline of a table, then use an attribute border. Table border equal to a value. Here I am giving the value as 5. And its default value is 0, which is equivalent to no border. The border will be thicker if larger value specified. Similarly, you can give border color, height, width, background, etc. Next is list tag. Lists are often used to present information in an easy way. There are 3 types of lists in HTML. They are ordered list, unordered list, and definition list. If you want to put your items in a numbered list, then you can use ordered list. This list is created by using the tag OL. OL stands for ordered list. One thing you have to remember that use li tag, that means list tag, for representing each items. Ordered list is otherwise known as numbered list. Here is an example of numbered list. Next is unordered list. Unordered list is a collection of related items that have no special order or sequence. This list is created by using the tag UL. UL stands for unordered list. It is arranged with a bullet mark. And the main attribute used with this tag is type. That means we can use disk bullet, circle bullet and square bullets. Unordered list is otherwise known as bulleted list. Here is an example of unordered list. In this example, I am giving the type of bullet as square. If you don't mention the type of bullet, then it shows disk or circle bullet. Next is definition list. Definition list is formed by a group of definitions and their description, like a dictionary or encyclopedia. And definition lists are created by the container pair, opening DL tag and a closing DL tag. Definition term is defined by the tag DT and the description is defined by the tag DD. Let us see an example of definition list. In this example, the terms are denoted by the tag DT and the descriptions are denoted by the tag DD. And its output will be looking like this. Then HTML frames. HTML frames are used to divide your browser window into multiple sections. And we can load separate HTML document in each sections or frames. The collection of frames is known as frame set, and we can divide our window to frames which is similar to the tables into rows and columns. Here we are using the tag frame set instead of body for dividing the window into frames. And rows attributes of frame set tag defines the horizontal frames and columns attributes defines the vertical frames. Let us see an example. In this program, we are using the tag frame set instead of body, and the attribute rows divide the browser window into 40%, 30% and 30%. And here we are assuming the size of whole window as 100%. Then set the HTML codes into the frames. Here I am setting our first program sample.html into first frame and the list program list.html into second frame and the table code table.html into third frame. Finally, your output will be looking like this. Similarly, you can create frames vertically using the attribute columns. Let us move on to the last topic, HTML graphic tags. For vector-based graphics, we are using tag SVG. SVG stands for Scalable Vector Graphics. It defines vector-based graphics in XML format. Let us see an example program for drawing a circle and a rectangle. Here, the tag circle is used to draw a circle. CX and CY denotes the coordinates of a center and R is the radius. And stroke equal to blue and its width is 4. That means the outline color of the circle is blue and the width of outline is 4. And the color fill is yellow. That means fill color of circle is yellow. Similarly, in rectangle, we are using a tag rect for drawing a rectangle with its width 100 and height is 100. And stroke value green and the width is 4 and fill color is yellow. Hope you have understood the HTML and now you can create a simple web page on your own. Thank you.